my life, nigga. I just killed my baby mama, bro. I just killed my child mama, bro.
Both of them got blood on their fucking hand. My brother is young. She is up there. Anytime my brother fresh out of jail going with this girl, anytime my brother don't know nothing about half of the he set up and did the shit with this girl, put him on the boys.
I was willing to go do 5 years in prison, nigga, just so it didn't show. Like, I let my emotions get the best of me, though. I've been going through depression so long, nigga. And I tried my best to get through it, nigga, for my child, nigga. That hoe just went through. That hoe just went against me, nigga. That hoe tried to testify on me. She didn't have to.
I just killed my baby mom, bro. I just killed my child's mom. Those words, said out loud, on camera, to the entire internet, not whispered in a dark room, not confessed to a lawyer or a priest, broadcast live on Facebook for anyone and everyone to see. Now ask yourself this: what kind of pain, what kind of rage, what kind of broken thinking leads a man to pull the trigger on the mother of his own child and then pick up his phone and go live? This is not a movie. This is not a rap lyric. This happened in real life in Montgomery, Alabama, and by the time it was over, a young mother was dead, a father was gone, and a little boy had lost both of his parents in a single day. But here is the part that will keep you watching until the very end. The killing? That is only half the story. Because what Lee Spell said on that Facebook Live, the names he dropped, the secrets he revealed, the reason he gave for why he did it, that is where this story gets truly dark. And the question nobody online could agree on: was Adriana Grant really the victim here, or was she hiding something too? Stay with us. Because nothing about this story is what it looks like on the surface. Welcome to Homicide Exposed, where we pull back the curtain on the crimes the streets don't want you to know about. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover real stories, real people, and real consequences. No fluff, no filler. Before we get into this, drop a comment and tell us, what state or country are you watching from? We want to know exactly how far this story has reached. Because trust us, people everywhere are talking about this one. Because what went down in Montgomery, Alabama will have you questioning everything you think you know about loyalty, love, and what happens when the two of them collide head-on. A young mother, a rapper with a secret, and a Facebook Live that exposed it all. Let's get into it. Montgomery, Alabama. If you know your American history, you know this city. It is where Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. It is where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. marched for freedom. It is a city that fought hard for justice and paid a heavy price for it. But Montgomery has another side, one that does not make it into the history books. Like many southern cities, Montgomery has struggled for years with street violence, drug activity, and neighborhood conflicts that can turn deadly fast. In certain parts of this city, the rules are simple. You ride for your people, you keep your mouth shut, and you never ever cross the person standing next to you. Loyalty is everything. And betrayal? Betrayal has a price. It was in this city, on these streets, that Lee Spell and Adriana Grant built their lives together. And it was on these same streets that everything between them fell apart. Let's talk about the two people at the center of this story. First, Adriana Grant, known to friends and followers as Ari Kari. Adriana was a young woman from Montgomery who, on the surface, came across as cool, calm, and easy to like. She was a mother. She was someone people gravitated toward. But those who knew her well understood that there was a lot more to Adriana than what she showed the world. She was street smart. She knew how the game worked. And according to multiple people close to the situation, she was not just watching from the sidelines. She was an active player in the life she and Lee Spell built together. Now, Lee Spell, also known as Lee Spell or MGM Spell, was a young rapper from Montgomery with a growing local reputation. He was 23 years old at the time, about to turn 24. He had music. He had a following. And he had a lifestyle that came with serious consequences. Together, Lee and Adriana were something else entirely. People in Montgomery who knew them described them as the Bonnie and Clyde of the city. They were that couple, the ones who did everything together, went everywhere together, and according to those close to them, got into trouble together too. Adriana was allegedly known for setting up men, luring them in, and Spell would take it from there. They also shared something that mattered more than anything else to both of them: a son. For 6 years, these two were inseparable. They loved hard, they lived fast, and they moved through Montgomery like they were untouchable. They were ride or die, until they weren't. Every story has a turning point. For Lee Spell, that turning point had a name: Turl Orion Fuller. In 2024, Turl Orion Fuller was murdered in Montgomery, and law enforcement believed they knew exactly who pulled the trigger. Investigators set their sights on Lee Spell, and they were not letting go. Now, this was not Spell's first run-in with the law. He had been in legal trouble before, and the first time things got serious, Adriana had been positioned as a potential witness against him. That alone nearly broke him. He could not stomach the idea of the mother of his child sitting on that stand and testifying against him in open court. So what did he do? He took a plea deal. He chose to accept 5 years in prison rather than let Adriana take that stand. In his own words, that's how bad it hurt me the first time. But this time was different. This was a murder case. And the sentence on the table was not 5 years. It was life. Spell knew the walls were closing in. Around this same time, he posted publicly, trying to show the world he was a different man. He wrote, "I changed for my son. I started doing better for him. I stopped getting involved in street problems because I wanted to become a better father." He also posted something else. Something that, looking back now, feels like a man who already sensed how his story was going to end. The CEO said I would not make it to 25. I turned 24 today. I got 1 more year to survive. 1 more year. He never got it. Now here is where this story gets complicated, because not everyone agrees on what actually pushed Lee Spell over the edge. Spell's version was loud and clear. He said Adriana went to detectives voluntarily. Nobody forced her. Nobody offered her anything in return. She walked into that room and told investigators that he had shown up at her house after the killing of Turl Orion Fuller, shaking, sick, throwing up. He said she did it purely out of anger, because they could not be together anymore. Because if she could not have him, she was going to make sure nobody else did either. But Adriana's friends told a completely different story. They said this had nothing to do with any murder case. According to them, the real issue was their son. Spell had allegedly been exposing the child to inappropriate behavior, and the boy had started acting out at school because of it. Because of that, the stepfather put his foot down and told Spell he could no longer come to pick up his son. When Spell showed up looking for the stepfather, Adriana refused to give away his location. And that, her friends say, is what truly set him off. 2 very different stories, 2 very different motives. And the truth? It may be somewhere in the middle. So we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you believe this was about the murder case, or was it really about his son? What do you think actually happened here? Let's talk about it. Whatever the real reason was, the murder case, the custody dispute, or both, Lee Spell had made up his mind. He was not going to let this play out in a courtroom. He was not going to sit across from Adriana in front of a judge and watch her take the stand against him. He had already decided how this was going to end, and so he picked up his phone and reached out to her. He did not threaten her. He did not argue with her. He kept it simple. He told her to come over. The 2 of them would spend some time together, a sexual encounter, nothing more. Just the 2 of them, like old times. And she said yes. Now, some people online were quick to judge that decision. But let us be clear, Adriana had no reason to believe she was walking into danger. This was the father of her child, someone she had spent 6 years of her life with, someone she had trusted completely. She got up. She made her way to his house. She walked through that door, and Lee Spell was waiting. What happened inside that house was not an accident. It was not a moment of lost control. This was a decision he had already made long before she arrived. Adriana Grant never walked back out. After Adriana was dead, Lee Spell did not run. He did not call a lawyer. He did not try to hide what he had done. Instead, he picked up his phone, opened Facebook, and went live.
My life, nigga, I just fucking killed my baby mama, bro. I just killed my child mama, bro. Nigga don't understand, but like, on TV, nigga, like, somebody you took care of, somebody you made sure was straight, bro. She went against me, nigga. The first time my baby mama tried to go against me, nigga, on my baby, nigga, the first time she tried to go against me, I took a plea deal so she didn't do it, nigga. That's how bad it hurt me the first time. The first time it hurt me so bad, nigga, I took a plea deal. I was willing to go do 5 years in prison, nigga, just so it didn't show, like, just so that shit didn't hit the net, just so folk didn't know, like, boy, your baby mama testified on you, nigga. I took a plea deal. But that hoe was that mad that we couldn't be together, nigga. Like, that mad to the point where she was willing to testify on me, fool. I'm talking about on a murder case. She ain't got no knowledge of a fool. She went and told these folks I came to the house throwing up. Nigga, I shot so many niggas. I shot so many niggas. There ain't no reason for you to say I went and throwed up, nigga. How many niggas done felt this bitch? I ain't throwed up. I ain't throwed up. Nigga done felt this bitch so many times. So why the fuck would niggas, why the fuck would I start throwing up today, bro? You hear me? Man, cuz, listen, bro. If y'all niggas come down this bitch out, if you fuck me, I love you, cause go, it ain't gonna be no more, bro. I can't live with knowing I did no shit like that. I can't live with knowing that I whacked up for trying to go against me, bro. They go a lie, nigga. I took care of my child, nigga, on TV. I took care of my child, nigga. She ain't did nothing. She ain't buy my child no clothes, or shoes, or nothing. Nigga, I bought all that. I ain't no guy, nigga. I don't want none of my homeboys getting on their bed acting like I'm a guy, nigga. I ain't no guy, nigga. TB, nigga, so many niggas dead right now. On my baby, Gabriel Williams, whatever his name is, I whacked them on TB, nigga, 2 shots. I made the first, I hit him in the head, the second shot, nigga. Killed them on TB, nigga. Whack.
What followed was one of the most raw, disturbing, and emotionally confusing confessions the internet has ever witnessed. He came on screen breathing hard, visibly shaken, and he said it straight out, "I just killed my baby mom, bro. I just killed my child's mom." No hesitation, no attempt to cover it up. Just those words, hanging in the air like a weight nobody could lift. Then the justification started pouring out. He talked about the plea deal he had taken years earlier, 5 years of his life, just to keep Adriana off the stand. He said that should have shown her how much he cared. He said she had no real knowledge of the Fuller murder case, that she had gone to those detectives on her own with no pressure, no deal, nothing offered in return, just pure anger, just spite. She willingly went down to the detective room and told them, "I came to her house and I threw up." The detectives ain't offer her nothing, just because me and her couldn't be together. He talked about paying her rent after they broke up, about doing everything for their son, about how the trial was set for that coming Monday, days away, and how he could not bring himself to sit there and watch her destroy him in front of a courtroom. Then, in the middle of all that rage, something shifted. His voice broke, and he said something that stopped people cold. "My little boy need her, and I just threw my life away because emotions. My son needed somebody. I took the one somebody who could have been there." In that one moment, the anger was gone. What was left was a man who fully understood what he had just done, and knew there was no coming back from it. He also made references during the live to other violent acts, other names, other situations, painting a picture of a life deeply embedded in street violence long before Adriana's name ever came up. He ended the live with words that made clear he had no intention of facing what came next. Shortly after, lled took his own life. The Facebook Live went silent, and somewhere in Montgomery, a little boy's world had just been destroyed by both of his parents' choices. When the news broke, the internet exploded. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone had something to say. And as is always the case with stories like this, not all of it was fair and not all of it was true. Some people online came out swinging against Adriana. They said she had lived the street life just as much as Spell had, that she had set people up alongside him, that going to the police about a murder case she allegedly had no direct knowledge of was the ultimate betrayal. In certain corners of the internet, people said she brought it on herself. Then Spell's sister jumped online. She posted a video that got people talking for all the wrong reasons. She did not hold back. She made it clear that in her eyes, both of them had blood on their hands. She said they had been running together for years, setting people up, robbing people, doing it as a team. She argued that Adriana had no business going to detectives about a case she was not even part of, and she claimed her brother was going to beat the case anyway, that there was no real evidence against him. But Adriana's friends pushed back hard. They said the narrative being spread online was wrong. One close friend posted publicly, stating that Adriana was not even testifying about any murder case. According to them, the real issue was about their son, the inappropriate behavior, the school incidents, and Adriana refusing to reveal the stepfather's location when Spell came looking for him. Misinformation spread fast. People were arguing over details that had not even been confirmed. And through all of it, the videos, the posts, the back and forth, one truth remained that nobody could argue with. A little boy had lost his mother and his father on the same day. That child did not choose this life. He did not choose these parents' decisions, and he will carry the weight of this story long after the internet moves on. Before we close out, let us take a moment to talk about what this story teaches us. Because if we walk away from this without learning something, then we have missed the point entirely. First, legal pressure is dangerous. When a person is facing serious time in prison, the people closest to them become targets. If you are ever in a position where you are a witness in a case involving someone you are romantically connected to, take your safety seriously. Tell someone where you are going. Do not meet that person alone. Second, trust can be used against you. Adriana trusted lled, 6 years of history, a child together. That trust is exactly what he used to get her through that door. If someone from your past, especially someone with a history of violence, is suddenly being friendly and inviting you over, pay attention to that feeling in your gut. Third, the streets do not love you back. lled and Adriana built their relationship on a foundation of street life, and that same foundation is what ultimately destroyed them both. The loyalty the streets promise is never guaranteed. But the consequences, those are always real. If you or someone you know is in a dangerous relationship, please reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. It is free, it is confidential, and it could save your life. Adriana Grant deserved better. Her son deserved better. And no argument, no court case, no amount of betrayal, real or perceived, ever justifies taking a life. Adriana Grant was somebody's daughter, somebody's friend, somebody's mother. She was not perfect. None of us are. But she did not deserve to die on the floor of a house she walked into trusting the wrong person. Rest in peace, Adriana. And to her son, we hope the world is kind to you. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe to Homicide Exposed, because every single week, we bring you the stories that need to be told. The ones the streets whisper about but nobody wants to say out loud. And if you think this story was something, wait until you see what we have coming next week. You are not going to want to miss it. We will see you then.